Hey, it's Monday and it's a holiday. So get your butt here, cause it's the holiday. Uh, uh. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. How's y'all Monday going? Y'all, today is about to be fire. I just know it. I just know it. I just know it. I just know it. I'm super excited today. Mm, mm, mm. I'm excited. Y'all know I can't multitask. That's why I keep stopping when I start writing. But good morning, Jessica. Good morning, Jada. Okay, Jada. Switch up his wig, make him feel like he's cheating. Okay. Yes, Stephanie. I'm so happy you enjoyed meditation. I am so happy my sister enjoyed this. This filter is not gonna be messing with my eyes. But I am so glad that you enjoyed meditation. Good morning, Zakia. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Jamila. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, y'all. Sorry, I just needed to write down the few like God gave me a few bullet points today. He didn't give me too many, but he did give me he just gave me some few things that he wanted me to make sure that I say today. So again, y'all, happy Monday. Look, y'all. Let me show y'all what Coach did. I got me a drink today. Oh, she said, I'm here. This is my first day. I heard wonderful things about you. Girl, stop it. No, but thank you. I'm so happy you joined today. Y'all, I got me a little drink. I know it's small, but it's kind of strong. And it's only 9 o'clock, so I ain't trying to be too turned. Okay? But it is strong. Like, that tastes like it got like 2 shots of liquor in it, for real. But it's the holiday. So that's the reason I got the drink. Because I wanted to bring y'all like some holiday vibes. Y'all know I love making y'all feel comfortable. So, for the ones that are new here, this is Bible and Blunts. This series actually started just for me because one, I was a smoker, a heavy smoker, and I love God. I truly, truly love God. So in the beginning of my journey, I was chilling on live, smoking my blunt, doing my usual, and I literally was talking about God because I just love him. So I started talking to the people about something that I read in the Bible, and I made a joke about me needing to turn it into something. Like, I was like, ooh, maybe I should do Bible and Blunts. You know what I'm saying? Like, joking about it. And the people loved it. They were like, no, that's actually a good idea. And that was back around November. Yep. So around November is when I first started doing these. I started saying, okay, well, if y'all willing to let me smoke my weed and talk to y'all about God, let's get it. Right? So then fast forward, God actually really started doing the work in me. So at first I was looking at it like I was just getting to know God, you know. But what I realized was like once you get to know God, baby, he does a work on you that's indescribable. He does a work on you that like you can't even control when you like no matter how bad you want to change things and you still want to walk in your flesh, baby, when you really get to walking with God, he does a change in you that's impossible for you to do alone. Okay? So what happened was the more and more and more I start preaching his word and practicing his word, he started doing the work on me, which he started to convict me. What it's called is conviction, right? Yes, come on. Who is that? Marley Mommy. She said, good morning, Shawty. You know I'm here too. My blunt in my hand. I love it. I love when there's like homegirls here. Like, I love when homegirls, like, but anyway. And so God continued to do a work on me. And what he did was he convicted me on cussing. The first, hey Costa. I feel good today, y'all. I feel amazing. This weekend was amazing. But I gotta kind of tell y'all a little bit of my testimony first. What he did was he started to do a work on me and convicted me. It's called conviction. Okay. When God show up in your life and make you make changes that you didn't even know you wanted to make, that is called conviction. So what he did was he started to convict me for cursing, right? Because here I am, hey, Shada in this thing. My little sis was at church with me yesterday, and that's period. But what he did was he convicted me of my cursing because of my platform. So he used my grandma, y'all. My grandma tapped in the Bible and blunts, and she was like, yeah, you have to stop the cursing. She didn't speak on the smoking, but she said, you have to stop cursing. And it actually led to where I haven't cursed. Like, I can truly say I probably cussed definitely under 5 times in the past 2 months. Like, now I don't even know the time frame because we've been so consistent with it. So I can truly say I don't cuss on my platform. And when I do, I give myself grace because I know where I came from. If you look at the episodes from like January, baby, I was cussing every other word. So to even have a platform where I barely even cuss, like you might get a cuss word once out of like 2 weeks, that's a big deal for me. So the first thing that God worked on was the cursing. So he changed the way that I spoke. And then he started to work on my patience. He really, really started to do a work. I really don't like how this filter is doing these lashes. It's because these bangs. But he started to do a work on my patience. Really start doing the work on my patience. Now, right now, he's in a season of working on my pride. Okay? And the gist of this, in the midst of this, he actually slowed me down on smoking. So I was someone who was literally smoking an eighth a day. And I mean, easily though. Not even like me trying to sound cool. Not me trying to make it. I was smoking an eighth a day. Okay? Some people that's small, some people that's big. I was smoking an eighth a day. Okay? And I don't know about y'all, but I don't smoke no bull crap weed. So I was spending a few hundred a week, to say the least, on weed. And I just asked God to step in, you know, and it's nothing to anybody that smokes. It's up to you. God to move on you on your time. But I asked him to step in and take that away. I didn't like the control. It was more so the control that weed was starting to have over my life. And I just asked God to just take that away, take that desire away. And now I can honestly say, like, smoking is like the last of my concern. Like, I mean, I be wanting to hit my weed, but it's nothing like it was. I used to wake up, I used to smoke at 6 o'clock before I got to the gym. Okay? So he did a work on me in that area as well. And I'm just excited to see what else he got in store. Okay? I like when people say I'm acting different. Yeah, because I got God on my side now. Yeah, I'm acting different, ho. And you acting the same, and that's the problem. Okay? So, anyways. Last week we did no weed the whole week. It wasn't planned though. It really wasn't planned. It was just that's how I felt. That's just how I felt. I just was like, I don't need no weed this week. And I didn't smoke all week. I didn't smoke all week. But today, but today, but today, we about to get it cracking in this thing. It's the holiday. Hello? God told me I could do it today. I could do it today. I just showed y'all for a whole week the way God working on me. And if you know me, see, I'm not here to impress anybody but God. And if you know me, baby, you know the kind of smoker I was and am. Okay? So, anyway, it's the holiday, so I got my little drinky drink. I can't believe, like, I really got a drink at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be cool right now. Ain't none of y'all drinking, and I'm trying to be cool. About to be fucking... See? Maybe I don't need to drink. Maybe I don't need to drink. Because why did I just say that? Like, why did I even just say that? That wasn't even a good, like... I didn't even have a reason to put that cuss word right there. But anyway, I'm going to be passed out somewhere by 10 o'clock. This drink is strong, y'all. Charles was like, babe, you for real? I'm like, yeah. We about to have a party on Bible and Blunts. Like, now I'm like... But anyway, today we are going to smoke. This is going to be the only episode that I smoke this week, I'm pretty sure. So take it in, embrace it. And y'all know when I smoke, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When I smoke, oh, these episodes be cracking. Oh, it be lit. Okay? The word hit regardless. I ain't even gonna crap. So anyway, let's get it. She said you just said you having grace. Shoot, I say kick it. I'm kicking it. I got my little drinky drink. This is Jose Cuervo. This is some Cuervo. It ain't no mimosa though. I told Charles I was gonna think that. It was like a drink he got. It's like liquor, but it's like flavored liquor. It's like one of those like mango, but it's Quavo. We ain't here to talk about the liquor. Anyway, we are here, y'all. For the ones who don't know, what I do is, well, what I did, right, is at the beginning of May, I prayed and I asked God to give me like words that he want me to, like, I started to assign words of the week because I needed kind of like a focus point. You know, I loved, you know, when I first started this, what I would do was I would just get on here. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You don't have to drink, sis. But what I loved was I would get on here and I would just let God use me pretty much. I would literally just get on and I would just, you know, give the word that God put on my spirit. And I still do that from time to time. Some days he'd be like, no, I want you to just do you. But anyway, I prayed in the beginning of May and I asked him to give me words of the week for the month. So he actually gave me May and June. I was thinking I was only gonna have May, but God literally gave me all the way up to June. So I have the words picked out. And the crazy thing is he actually assigned the words, period, Jess. She said she finna make her a mimosa. Good morning, Riri. Y'all know that YouTube comments, well, y'all probably don't know, but when you on live on YouTube, they pop up and then they just go away. So that's why I be kind of delayed responding to YouTube comments versus Instagram. On Instagram, they stay on there. So I'm able to just look up and see what y'all saying. So don't ever think I'm ignoring y'all on YouTube. It just that they go away. As soon as y'all comment them, they go away. So just to put that out there. Y'all know this wig is about to be 2 years old. This is what happened when you have quality hair. This wig is almost 2 years old. And it still got that. This is quality. Y'all need to be shopping with me. Period. Anyways. The word of the week this week, okay? So I prayed on it and I asked God, you know, what do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to bring to the people this week? And the word that he gave us is thirst. And I was like, see, look, last week was worship versus worship. The week before that was, I think it was fun and funny. I don't know. We had a few different words so far. But this word, when I saw thirst, when I saw that the word of the week was thirst, I said, gems. Yep, gems was the week before that. Yep. But when I saw that the word of the week was thirst, I just know God about to get busy today. How y'all feel about that? I heard the word thirst, I said, oh, we. I said, oh, we. I know God about to do a work today. He about to do a work in me today. Because, baby, I don't know about y'all, but thirst was just, when I saw that, I just was like, ooh, wee. So that's what we talking about today. Thirst. Being thirsty. Being a thirst bucket. Okay? Being a thirsty little girl is what we're going to talk about. All right. Where Jose been? I just realized he ain't been on here in a while. I miss my brother. I've never woke up and actually wanted to work out. I told you, you lit a fire under me last week. It's starting to set in. Yes! I love it. She said, well, it aligns because you made us thirsty for today's episode on Thursday. Did I? Oh, Thursday was lit. Anybody that didn't see Thursday episode, please get there. Thursday was crazy. Y'all really had me on here for 3 hours. We ain't doing that today. And I need to quit saying that, because that's where I be messing up, trying to tell God what he gonna do with me. I think that'd be my problem. I stay trying to tell God what I'm gonna do. Like this ain't his show. Something that I like to say, y'all. I know it might seem weird because I got a blunt in my hand, but this is God working. I ain't saying God smoke weed, but I'm saying that God is working through me when I'm on this platform. Like, and nobody can tell me different. The way that God shows up in Bible and Blunts is crazy. Like, he literally, this is all him, because there's days when I don't even know what I'm going to say. I don't even know how to say it. I don't even know if I have the strength or the courage to get on here, and he do it every time. Okay? I've never got on here and let y'all down. Not in my opinion, at least. It's one episode I wasn't too proud of, but that plays mess up too, right? Girl, bye. She talking about he want to try for 4. Charles would be, and the kids home today? We ain't doing no 4 hours. Trust me. Charles would be sitting. He had been came and snatched my phone off this stand. Like, yeah, you taking it too far. You done got you a drink. You smoking. My man about to be at a month of no smoking. I'm so proud of him. He touched the blunt in a month. That's a big deal. But the Bible is, the blunt is rolled. And let's get into this word, y'all. Okay? So again, if this is your first time here, I just want to welcome you to Bible and Blunts. This is my amazing series where I just allow God to flow through me while enjoying a blunt. Hey, Lonnie La. Good morning, beautiful. So, y'all, today's word is thirst. And if you know y'all, coach, I normally go in and I get the definition, the technical definition of thirst, right? But today I didn't need that. God told me the definitions, and he told me I could use my definitions, okay? So let's talk about thirst. I don't know about y'all, right? But me, the 2 ways that I use the word thirst is when I physically need something to drink, right? Or when I'm eager to do something, right? Those are the 2 things, the 2 times, when I use the word thirst. So it's either I'm thirsty, I'm physically thirsty, I'm feeling dehydrated, right? Or I'm anxious about something. I'm thirsty for it. I want it bad. Like, I'm thirsty for my man, okay? I used to be thirsty for weed, but I'm no longer thirsty for that. I'm thirsty for God, okay? So let's go a little bit deeper there. Let's start with that first definition. Let's start with the regular, the real, not the urban, but the real definition of thirst. It's when you're dehydrated. Your mouth is dry. You're thirsty, right? So as soon as I thought of the word thirst and I thought about the word dehydrated, the next place that God took me was, what do you feel when you're dehydrated? The things that are attached to dehydration. And immediately tired, drained, right? Mouth dry. But the main things is you feel tired and you feel drained when you're dehydrated, right? So for me, when I got to thinking about thirst and I thought about dehydration, I said, dehydrated, exactly, dry. And I said, I get it, God. I see why you picked this word, because people's problem is that when we tired, when we drained, right? When we dry, we not turning to God. See, when you tired, when we happy, when we joy, we go to God. But when you tired, you drained, lacking hydration, and dry, You have to go to God. We like to skip the steps. We like to seek ourselves and seek our moms, and we seek everything except for what we need to when we really thirsty. And you need to be thirsty for God. Because when you dry, baby, y'all, what was happening to the sheep and the lambs when they was dry? If you know, you know. But I'm going to go into it, right? A lot of people like to use the word anointed, 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 okay? So I'm going to tell y'all what it means to be anointed, okay? Anointed is covered in the oil. So back in the day, right, when God was God, when God was out here guiding and Jesus was out here walking and stuff, right? The lamb, they were extremely dry. God always tied this stuff up, and I just love it. He's so raw how he give me the words, and they always connect. But the lamb would be extremely dry. And let me make sure my hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Y'all, we back. I had to send a message to my girl. I had to let her know we was starting. She don't really be on Instagram, so I had to send her a text. But yes. So what happened was this, okay? So we use the terms anointed, anointed, anointed. And what that means, right, was back in the day, the sheep, the lamb, they used to be extremely dry. And when they would be dry, the flies would be attacking them. The flies would attack them and they'd be sticking to them and sticking to them. And you know, they're big. The sheep and the lambs are big, so they can't just, how we could we could just move a fly out the way. They can't do that. And I think I found out like they can't see. It's something about their vision too. So it's completely different from when a fly is around us, right? So what the shepherd would do, the shepherd would come and drench them in oil. They would drench them in oil so that now if the flies try to attack them, they immediately gonna just slide off. They can't get deep down. Like, y'all ever been on a farm? I don't know about y'all, but I live in Ohio, and I done seen some animals, and I've been in some farms, and the it's always bugs around the animals. Like, it's always flies and things like that around the animals. Obviously, because it's dirt and they stink and things like that. They poop right there and all of that. But it's always flies there. So the shepherd was like, I'm going to drench mine, okay? These bugs, these enemies ain't going to be bothering my kids. I'm going to drench them in oil. So that's where it comes from when we say the holy oil and all of that. It is literally from the shepherd drenching their lamb or sheep, whatever you want to call it, in the oil so that the flies can't stick to them. So that's why this took me right there, because I was like, well, when you thirsty, it's because your mouth dry. It's because you're dry. So a lot of our problem is that when we dry and we tired and we need some energy, hello, and we need something to reboot us, we're not going to the right thing. It's kind of like, you know how we be driving our cars and we know that our antifreeze is getting low, but we putting water in it instead of antifreeze. I don't know about y'all, but that was me, okay? But you putting water in it instead of the antifreeze. And that's all cool. It'll work through the summer. But in the wintertime. Now remember, I'm in Ohio. Y'all winters might hit a little different than ours. But in my wintertime in Ohio, it gets super cold. I mean cold. And you can't really put that antifreeze in your car no more in the winter, because then it's going to turn to ice. So, although the water will work, it's not fixing anything. Okay? But I'm going to take it even a step further. God don't play, y'all. See, I didn't even know we was going to do all this. This is why I love him, because I didn't even know I was going to go here. But look, it's 2 steps, though. So you could put the water in the car and it's still going to work. It ain't going to overheat because it has something there, right? And this is just like life when we're going through these things and we're going through the motions and we're going through our ups and downs. Yeah, you can lean on your man because he might have a solution for you right now. Yeah, you can go to your mom because she can help you right now, right? But ain't nothing gonna do like that antifreeze, right? Because in the wintertime when it's cold, it's gonna freeze. So when your mom going through her own season and she not there to help you, she ain't got time to help you right now. You feel me? Or your man got his own problems. His mom just passed away. He ain't gonna be able to give you what you need. And the beautiful thing about God is that he can give us all the same amount of love at the same time. Can't nobody else do that. I can't love or C3 and Champ and my mom and my brother and my sister all at once. Like truly love on them. I could send them a text. But I can't like hug all of them. And God can literally hug all of us at once. And this is why he just so raw. I don't know about y'all, but God is raw to me. Because he can show love to everybody. And it ain't no caps on it. It's no like, oh, you get this much. No, he can show us all the love we need, right? But let me take it a step further, okay? I got to take it a step further. Now, let's go back to the car. Like I said, you could put water in there. Right? You notice your car running hot, you put water in there. I don't know about y'all. I used to carry a jug of water with me like, hey, just in case. You can do that. But in the wintertime, you can't. Right? You got to put antifreeze. But this is the other step that I was talking about. This right here, what I'm about to talk about right now, is the other step that y'all forget. If you driving your car, let me tell y'all something. If you driving your car and you getting your tune-ups and you getting your oil change, you getting your tune-ups, keeping your brakes done, all that stuff is right. Your antifreeze wouldn't have been leaking anyway. If you going to get oil changes, I need y'all not to lose me right now. If you going and you keeping your car up and you're doing everything that needs to be done for your car, it wouldn't have never been leaking that oil anyway. You wouldn't even have needed that. Right? Because what's going to happen, you feel me? You start putting that oil in there. Okay, boom. So we already touched on the fact that you can put the water in there all day. You know, your car overheating, you can keep putting water in there. And at some point, once it get cold out or a certain temperature or something happen, you're going to realize the water is not doing the job. So then you're going to say, all right, let me get the antifreeze. Because I know that it's really supposed to be antifreeze, right? So this is saying, let's take it to real life. You're going through these things. You're going through these dark times. You're running low on oil. And you going to everybody but God. You can feel it. People can feel your cup. But can't nobody feel it the way God can. They can't put in there what God can. You hear me? So not only are you going to the wrong people, boom, so you're putting water instead of oil. But even when you choose to put the antifreeze in there, right? I mean, not oil, but antifreeze. Even when you choose to put the antifreeze in there, so even when you choose to go to God, it's still some work that has to be done. A car that is being maintained, a car that's getting their oil changed and all of that, antifreeze ain't just leaking. So you have to take it a step further. It's some more work that needs to be done to prevent the oil from leaking, the antifreeze from leaking anyway. What is causing this leak? Right? I don't know about y'all, but for me, I had to get a whole new, what was them things called? My head gaskets. It was blue. So yeah, we can keep putting oil in it. We wasn't even using water. We was really putting in oil. I mean, I keep saying oil. We was really putting antifreeze in our car. Right? So it's just like, yeah, we can go to God all day. I need y'all to hear me right now. You can go to God all day. But you got to put that work in. You got to say, nah, what else? That's the key right there. What else? Yeah, I understand that I got to put antifreeze in here, but why? Yeah, God, I know I got to come to you, but why did I get like that? Why was I even feeling like that? What triggered this? See, some of us just want to go to God and move forward, but you trying to not fix. So here you are, you just steady pouring or antifreeze, 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 and it's just leaking right out. Because what's happening is you're not doing the fixing. You got to do the fixing. You got to do the underlying work. Yeah, God gonna rock with you. He gonna accept you where you at. You know, he gonna meet you where you are. But God coming into it like, oh, so she ready to work. See, and sometimes we be asking God for these things. Like we asking God to like do these things. And it's like we think he gonna work magic. Yes, he makes the supernatural, the unnatural, but with your work. But with your work. I really feel like we get that so confused. You can't forget that he needs you too. He need to know that you ready for that supernatural. Because, baby, I'm trying to tell y'all something. When God get to working, when God start working, it's a different kind of work. When he put his hands on it, you go to your cousin that's a mechanic. Listen to me. You can go to your cousin that's a mechanic. Your man might could do a few oil changes. But when you go to that dealership, but when you go to the dealership, you just leave with a different kind of confidence, right? Y'all know, if y'all don't know, I like to compare a lot of things to cars. I don't know much about cars, but it's just the best comparison to me. I don't know why. It just is, because it's just everything that the car need. The way you got to keep the car up is how you got to keep your body up and your mind and everything. So y'all might hear me say stuff about cars a lot. But yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all something today. I really am. The topic is thirst. And the way I got here is because I was just thinking about, like, when you dry, when you think of thirsty, you think about your mouth being dry. You think about you being tired, right? You think about you being drained. Like, when I'm thirsty, I'm like, whew, I'm over it type thing. And when we feel that way about life, we have to go to God, y'all. You have to go to God. So that was my first point. But my second point, y'all know I love asking y'all questions. The question I have for you is, what are you thirsty for? So now we go into the urban definition of thirsty. The urban definition of thirsty means you're eager for something. It means you want it bad. That's all you talk about. That's all you think about. Right? When somebody be like, she thirsty for him. That's because she always watching him. She always talking about him. Everything is my man, my man. Right? So what are you truly thirsty for? Not what sounds good to be thirsty. Okay? Now don't miss it. Because some of us be like, but I'm talking about not what you think you're supposed to be thirsty for. Okay? Y'all know I'm like the real of the real here. When I say what are you thirsty for, I'm talking about what are you thinking about consistently. Some of us don't realize what we're thirsty for right now. But what are you thinking about consistently? What are you doing every day? What are you waking up and really going after? What are you looking at every day on your phone? Okay? So I noticed the first two answers was peace. Both two people said peace, and then one said peace and stability. So what you want to ask yourself is, am I really chasing my peace? If you're thirsty for it, not what do you want, what are you thirsty for? See, we got to be careful, right? What are you thirsty? Because when you thirsty, you always talking about it. You always doing stuff to get to it. When a girl is thirsty for her man, if her man call her at any time, bye. So when peace call you, are you choosing that over anything? Or are you saying, even though I know I would be peaceful if I stopped hanging with them, I know I would be peaceful if I stop answering this phone call. I would be peaceful if I get out of this relationship. I would be peaceful if I leave this job. If you are staying in things that are taken from your peace, no, you're not thirsty for peace. Right? Stability. If you are not putting yourself in a position to be stable, if you don't have a savings account, I don't care how much money you make. No, you're not thirsty to be stable. Because when you're thirsty for something, you start now. You're not making these excuses on why and all of this. Okay? Self-reliance. I like that. Are you being reliable on yourself right now? Are you putting yourself in a position where you don't need to be leaning on nobody else, right? Self-confidence. Are you confident in yourself? What are you doing to work on yourself? Have you really figured out the things that are triggering you from feeling confident? And are you attacking them? If you know you overweight, if you know you don't like your skin, if you know you don't like your teeth, are you doing things to fix the things that are messing with your confidence? If you're not, no, you're not thirsty for self-confidence. See, these questions are easy to answer at first, but the reason why I had to highlight this is because you gotta dig deeper. When I ask you, are you thirsty? So if you're saying you thirsty for it, when you thirsty for something, you are literally going after it all day. Okay? You are thinking about it all day. As soon as you do something that you know gonna take away from you, fix it on point. It ain't no way that you can be saying I want to lose weight, but you eating this and eating that and eating this. You're not thirsty for it. You're not thirsty to lose weight, or you wouldn't be eating that. You're not thirsty to be confident. You're not thirsty to graduate. You people be like, I'm thirsty. Thank you, sis. People be like, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty to to start this business. No, you're not. How you thirsty and you ain't did nothing but you made the plan and ain't moved. Y'all know I'm so honest, so I'm going to be very transparent with y'all. We know what we should be thirsty for, but what are you really thirsty for? Like, for real. Like, I ain't going to lie to y'all. I'm thirsty for God. And I'm not just saying that because it's my platform. I am thirsty for him. I really be thinking about him in every move. I really be on some like, okay, God. Okay, God. Like, everything I do, okay, God. And I'm not saying that to sound cool because y'all know I'm proud to say it's been times when I wasn't that. But right now, I can confidently say I'm thirsty for him. I'm thirsty for him. I'm always just like, every move, I'm like, Even today, I was like, dang, am I allowed to smoke today? Like, I really be on that because you got to be thirsty for it. Not what you should be thirsty for. What I think I should be thirsty for. Well, if you thirsty for it, it shows. Thirsty is not a thought. Thirsty is something that other people can see. Trust me. If somebody call you thirsty, can't nobody say you're thirsty for, like, she thirsty. Most of the time we be putting it on a girl or a boy. That's why I'm saying it like that. But ain't nobody gonna say you thirsty about a nigga if you literally don't mention him. You could be thinking about him all day. But if you don't say anything about him, your friends are not going to call you thirsty. I promise you. If you're not talking about a nigga or you're not talking about a girl, your friends are going to say you thirsty for it. The thought don't matter in this instance. You could think about needing something to drink all day. You could think about wanting something to drink. Okay? I'm talking about, are you taking a drink? Okay? And this is how we have to be for God. She said, God had me feeling like I was floating last night. Did my prayers open Instagram? Period. I'm glad you're here, sis. But you got to be thirsty for God, y'all. And when I say that, I really be thirsty for it. You should be talking about him everywhere you go. When you really thirsty for God, he get thirsty for you. Y'all know I tell y'all we serve a God. He love reciprocity. God likes to know, okay, cool, she deserved it. She really want this. So now if I give it to her, I can trust her with it. God needs to know that he can trust you with it. So when you get thirsty with him, he like, oh, she really know me. Oh, she really talking about me to her. She telling him about me too. Oh my gosh, she don't even know that person and she talking to them about me. She thanking me. Oh, she realized my work. She realized everything ain't the enemy. She giving me credit now. Okay. Now he like, ooh, now I'm thirsty for her. Okay? Think about it. Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but I like a man to be thirsty over me, okay? I know some of y'all be all hard up and stuff, but me, yeah, keep telling me you love me. Tell me everything. Tell me my butt. Tell me I got a big booty, even if I don't. Okay, be thirsty. Even when I act like I don't want a nigga to be thirsty, I'll be like if Charles stopped being thirsty, I'm gonna be like, dang, what's going on? I might get to checking that nigga phone or something. I might get to going in there checking emails or something, okay? We be playing with God. Like, quit playing with him. He ain't these other niggas. He even more raw. So how if I want Charles to be thirsty over me, I definitely need God to be thirsty over me because God got something to offer that Charles can't give me, baby. Okay? See, I find myself talking to people at the gas station about them at school. All my clients, like my family, know 360 and God. Period. Period. Thirsty. You thirsty for it. People use thirsty in a bad way. Okay, that was the next thing I had is that people seem to think to be thirsty is a bad thing. If you thirsty for the right thing, it's nothing wrong with it. It's all about what you thirsty for. Because me being thirsty for God, if somebody get uncomfortable, I'll be like, hey, you gotta take that up with God. That ain't my problem. If you are uncomfortable with me talking about God, I don't got nothing to prove to you. You need to figure out why did that even make you uncomfortable. Why did I? When people mention God, I be getting geeked. That's how I know I'm thirsty for it. As soon as somebody mention God, I be like, ding ding, ding ding. These my peoples. Okay. So for people to feel like you talking about God, I don't want to be here. I'm cool. If that's what y'all talking about. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm gonna still talk about it. You gotta feel uncomfortable on your own. This my comfort zone. And this is how you gotta be, y'all. God want us to be thirsty for him, comfortable with him, eager for him. He need us to be eager for him. He don't want us nervous about if we should bring him up or not. No, mention me. God, like, so you ain't gonna say nothing. And you sitting there thinking about how that person gonna feel. The whole time that person need to hear it. Because it's gonna be one or two things. I'm trying to tell y'all something. You can never go wrong with being thirsty for God because it's one or two things. The first thing is either gonna be the person is gonna agree with you. Okay, they're gonna be thirsty too, so it's gonna be a great conversation. They're gonna be like, yes, girl, God don't play. Right? Or the person might get salty, or they might, they might kind of swerve the conversation. But then they still gonna notice that you did it, and it's gonna make them think about it. It's gonna make them think like, dang, she really cared about it. Even if they joke about it, they might even be like, here you go. We got family members that's gonna joke about it. And them same family members, when their time come, when they ready, they gonna come straight to you. It happened to me. Like when I first, dang, I left my water upstairs. Like when I first started walking with Christ and like talking about Christ on Facebook, doing all that, people was making little jokes. You feel me? People thought I was joking. Like people probably thought like I was going through a rough time. That's how I'm talking about God right now. But one thing is this: consistency. Consistency beats anything. It beats anything. Cause at some point you gotta pay homage. At some point you realize when somebody, this is why businesses fail, because businesses fold instead of keep going. People get so nervous because sales ain't doing good in one season, but it's like, no, when you keep going, that's what make people believers. So here you are getting embarrassed and nervous to talk about God the whole time. God, like, no, I need you to talk about me so you can turn them into believers. And now you have God questioning you. So it's like, oh, do you really believe in me? Like, are you really rocking with me? Because if you knew me, you wouldn't care about what these people think. Y'all get what I'm saying? Well, these are my thoughts. I can't really say that, God, but these were my thoughts. When I was like second guessing, being thirsty for God, I was like, it doesn't make sense. It's not logical for me to say, I walk by faith and I'm out here with God and I'm spreading the word of God. But then when it's time for me to mention God, I'm folding on him. That don't make sense. It's like I don't believe in him for real. Because if I believed in him, I would understand that he need to use me everywhere I go. It ain't just with Bible and blunts. No, I gotta talk to my mom. I gotta say it to my mom. I gotta say it to my sisters. I gotta say it to people where I feel uncomfortable. In the hood, wherever you at. And it be as small as this. God is good. God don't play. It's that small. Some of y'all think you gotta go talk about Abraham. No. She said, I used to feel weird bringing God up in conversation, but he does too much for me not to talk about him. Exactly. That's how I start feeling too. She said, man, I sent my cousin the link every Bible and blunts. I know they sick of me, but I catch them peeking watching an episode. We all grew up in church. I know they got it in them. Yeah. And that's the thing, y'all. Do y'all know how good it felt this weekend? I went to church yesterday. First off, that was my first time going to church in 9 years. 9 years, bro. I haven't stepped into a church house except for funerals. And it was either 8 to 9 years. I know it was like while I was in college, though, like 8 to 9 years since I've been in a church, like for church service. And I went, and my little cousins was there. My auntie was there. My older cousin was there. This is not my church that I grew up in, though. This was my first time going to this church. And the only reason I went to this church is because my younger cousin, me and him been talking a lot more this past few months. But what I realized was that he was going to church. And what I realized is that, like, he going to church, but God placed us in that church yesterday so that I could feel him and I could realize what he needed me for, too. You know what I'm saying? So I knew he was going to church, but he needs somebody that's going to help him sharpen his discernment. That's what I realized at church. He got that consistency for sure. He in that church, but he has to be able to sharpen his discernment. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all an example. We was at church, right? And we sitting there. First we paid the tithes, right? First we had to go pay our tithes, and I saw him reach for his pocket. He got a little money to him, so I saw him reach for his pocket as soon as they said something about the tithes. That was God. He didn't even peep that. But he didn't get up. I got up. I went and paid my tithes. I came and sat back down. So I only brought cash for my tithes, right? I only brought cash for my tithes. And then after we sat down from paying our tithes, the pastor came up and he set another bucket down. And it was for a family in need. It was a family in the church house who needed some help. And as he's talking, as the pastor's talking, he says my cousin's name. He said, Brother Chauncey, you never know who this gonna help. He said his name. Okay? And he kept on talking, and then he set the bucket down. And I noticed that my little cousin was still about to sit there, but he still had his hand on his pocket. Because this is God, y'all. Listen to me. He still had his hand on his pocket, though, because God had him in his mind. Like, I know what he was thinking, but, and I said, hey. I said, that was God speaking to you. That's why he called your name. Go get him some money. I know you got some money in your pocket. He said, cuz, I only got 50. So I said, well, that's what you got to give him. I said, you're going to get that back tenfold. And he got up, and he walked up there, and he gave him, I don't know how much he gave him, but he gave whatever he gave him. And when he got up there, the pastor grabbed him and said, "You gonna be blessed. You gonna be blessed." And the thing is this, I couldn't tell he don't quite understand. You know what I'm saying? He get it though. But I'm thankful that God placed me in that church house with him, because I see he want it. He thirsty for it, but he just needs somebody to sharpen the pencil. So this is why it's important to allow God, right? Because me, like I just told you, it took me 9 years to go back to church. But when God told me to go, I drove an hour and some change to get there and went because he told me to. And when I was in that church house, I got up there, and it's so crazy because it's somebody that I'm always speaking to. She's an amazing person. She I noticed that she was up in the I don't really think I think she might be in the choir, but I don't think so. I think she wanted to like pastors or something in the church for sure, something of that nature. And anyways, pretty much I noticed that she went there, and I didn't know this is somebody that's been so supportive over my spiritual journey. She's actually like my high school sweetheart is his mom, actually. And it's crazy, right? Because back in high school, she didn't really care for me. But y'all, I was wild. I tell y'all how wild I was all the time. Okay? I tell y'all all the time how wild I was. And anyway, me and her have gotten really close over the years. And she supports my spirit walk. But she's also somebody who, my first gospel song that I know, right? The first gospel song that I knew was Smile because of her. Because even though she didn't really like me, she still always gave me a ride home. And she would always be listening to that. So that was the one gospel song I knew. Do y'all know when I got into the church, the choir, the band, they just randomly, because the pastor was talking about how the ushers have to keep a smile on their face and stuff like that when we walked in. Do y'all know they start playing Smile? And this is what I'm saying. You got to know God's presence when you in it. And that's what he was talking about. The preacher was talking about don't be in God's presence and not know it. But when you pay attention to things, you know God. So it was like God was giving me my confirmations in so many different ways. But I got up there and she was able to just pray over my business. She prophesied over Bible and blunts. Ooh, prophesied down, y'all. And I know that God is going to honor everything she said because I already feel it and see it every day. So it was just a beautiful thing. And I'm going back next Sunday because she actually is, she'll be completing her class. Like she does her trial. Either way, she's about to level up in the church. And she's preaching on Sunday. So I'm so excited. God worked this out just in time. She couldn't come to my brunch, which is this Saturday, because she's going to be fasting because she's preaching on Sunday. But she bought 2 tickets to my brunch and donated it. So it was like, it's so amazing how God put me in that church the week before so that I can now, like she helped me, she saw something in me. She sowed her seed into my event. And now I'm like, ooh, because at first I was like, I'm just going to go once a month. But I'm like, ooh, I have to be there next week. So he put me there. Like, y'all get what I'm saying? Like, ain't that so crazy? So now I get to go serve and help her. Like, this is just so dope. I'm excited. Whatever I can do, I'm going to do. But I'm just super excited to go and be able to see her. And I wouldn't even have, like, I don't know. It didn't really cross my mind to go. And I feel like that's why God worked it out this way, because I do feel that it would mean a lot to her for me to be there. So it was just so dope, like the way it all played out. So I'm going back to church next week. And she get to preach, so I know it's going to be crazy. Whew. So God don't play. That's a little testimony. Y'all know I love testimonies. That's what I said. I was like, where is Jose, y'all? I don't know where he at. Yes. I wish I could see him. Y'all, I just love the family Coach created on YouTube. All that is missing is Jose. I know. So that was my little testimony from church yesterday, y'all. And it was amazing. But anyway, yes, like I was saying, what are you thirsty for? Because it's a difference between what you are thirsty for and just what you want. Like, we all say we want peace, we want happiness, we want a relationship with God, we want to walk in faith, we want to do this, we want to be successful. But I'm talking about, what are you really thirsty for? What are you getting up every day and working towards? Because that's what you're really thirsty for. I don't know why, but I feel we just need to pray. Who, Jose? We can pray for Jose. I feel like it could be that I missed a few days on YouTube, and I think that Jose was joining based on me like popping up on his YouTube, because he don't use any other social media other than YouTube. So I know he came across our platform simply from me just popping up. So I'm like, maybe I just gotta stay consistent so I'll pop back up. You know what I'm saying? But we will absolutely add him into the prayer. Thank you for that, Jada. Just praying that everything's okay with him. See, y'all, this how you know I ain't been smoking. I'm over here about to pass out smoking this blunt. Usually I roll 2 blunts up. Now that's embarrassing. No, that's actually an accomplishment. That shows y'all how God don't play. But anyways, I'll be glad when Instagram lets me go for over an hour. Hopefully it's this week or something. I don't know how long it takes for them. I noticed that on the 360 platform, it don't cut off at an hour no more. So hopefully I just got to stay consistent. But anyways, y'all. So thirst. The big question for real for this episode is just, what are you really thirsty for, bro? Like, what are you really thirsty for, man? A lot of y'all named some stuff, and I need y'all to be honest with yourselves. Oh, I forgot I put my contacts back in. I thought I still had them out. But I need y'all to be real with yourselves. Stop trying to make it sound good. Stop just saying what you think you're supposed to be. I'm talking about, what are you really thirsty for? Are you thirsty for a nigga that ain't doing nothing for you? Are you thirsty for a job that's really not making you happy? Are you thirsty to be smoking weed? Are you thirsty to drink? Are you thirsty to smoke cigarettes? Are you thirsty to eat unhealthy? Because thirst in the Urban Dictionary, right? Ooh, come on, Stony. Stony, you know what? I'm sending you a certificate too, because I was thinking afterwards, like, Stony is my dog. I like Stony too. Stony is consistent. Stony is very consistent, very tapped in, and very actually outspoken. I'm going to name you the new. No, I can't name you that. I can't name you that. I can't name you that. That's going to offend somebody. I'm going to name you. See how I had to check myself? See, I used to be like, I don't give a beep. I'm going to name you. I'm going to get you a name together. It got to be something about the way you came in and just spoke up. Like, you came in and spoke up for real. Like, I know I said that about Shantae, but you really did. Like, sis was like, hey, can I unmute? I got something to say. I need to give you something about your voice. Okay, she said, honestly, peace. I eliminate any and everything that breaks my peace. Friends, family, men, places. Yes. That's a banger. That's me. I don't play about my peace. Straight up, I don't care who you are. I don't care how attached we is. Baby, if you... No, not to stone the truth. Jada get on my nerves. If you are disturbing my peace, you gotta go. I'm so firm on that. I don't care who you are, what you think you bring it to the table. Y'all like my little press songs. Y'all like my little press songs. Okay, I gotta close this and come back. Close and come right back in, y'all. Bring y'all butts back. We doing the regular 10:30 today. I might make me a reel in this week today. They need to stop yelling upstairs. Y'all probably can't really hear them. I love that, Costa. She said, I thought it was weight loss, but you're right. She said, I thought it was weight loss, but you're right. I'm not maximizing the situation. I got to reevaluate. And that's how I feel about weight losses. If I'm being honest, like, I thought that I was like thirsty for it. But nah, man. I got to step it up. Like, I was thirsty for it. The thing, hold on, let me wait till I get on here just in case somebody else need to hear this. The thing that showed me, shit about stone. Y'all hear them up there stomping like that? Like, my kids is embarrassing. But yes, so with Costa, okay, good. Good. What Costa just said on Instagram, Sarah, did you see that you got an award yesterday, sis? Sarah, you got an award. We did an award ceremony and training yesterday, sis. And you won an award. I don't know if you saw it or not. I mean, saw it. But anyway, we were still talking about thirst. And Costa said, I thought it was weight loss, but you're right. I'm not maximizing the situation. I got to reevaluate. Yes, you did, Sarah. You got an award, sis. You need to tap in. I was like, dang, she not even here. So you got to watch the replay of the ceremony. It was so good. But she said that, yeah, she said basically she got to reevaluate the situation because she realized that she's not maximizing it. And I was like, wow, I really agree with that. Because here I am. I was thirsty for it. And I keep saying I'm showing myself grace. But now I'm like, okay, I've shown myself enough grace. You can only call it grace for so long before it's just like, no, you're making it an excuse. So sorry, these little strings can look so weird if they just position wrong, y'all. But anyway, for me, no. Oh God, Lord, I'm not about to do that. All right. Anyways, y'all know I'm a Libra. Libras can't help it. We gotta fix that stuff. Lord. Come on, man. I'm about to pull this wig off. I'm about to have cornrows in a second. But anyways. She was saying she had to reevaluate because she realized she's not maximizing. It's because I done drunk this whole little drink. This probably look like a shot glass. This is not a shot glass though. Like look at it next to my hand. Just so y'all don't think that it's like a tiny, tiny cup. It's small, but it's not a shot glass. Shot glass would have been like right here. Not the bang. Hey Jada, I'm about to sock you. She said the bang. Bye. Hey Jada out of control. All right, back to schedule programming for real. It's the holiday. We kicking it. We vibing. But anyway, I can't wait to get to Florida. Y'all really gonna be like, I'm done with Coach. I said, y'all about to see some things. Y'all could just call me Rari. Take the coach off of it when we get to Miami. But anyways, y'all. So when she said that, it made me realize, like, dang, me too. Cause I was going consistent. And I kept saying, I'm showing myself grace, But now it's like, nah, because I went 8 weeks strong. And then gonna stop for almost 2 weeks. I think I went twice last week. That's not okay, bro. That ain't okay. That ain't okay because now here I am this week. No, I'm going this week though. I got stuff to do. I got an event this week, and then I got Miami the week after that. I mean, my thing is like, you can't just do it when you got something coming up. You know what I'm saying? The same way that we be with God is how we be about our life. I'm being so honest with y'all. When you get like real consistent with God, you have that same consistency with like life. When you, this is why, like, when you really walk with Christ, like, it's just different. You be eager to go to the gym because you be so eager to work on you. So like, you can't just go to God when you need him. That's like going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? That's literally like just going to the gym the week before you about to go on vacation. Thank you. Y'all keep telling me that y'all love this bang. I was about to take this closure off and make this into like a middle part. Put a new closure on. Y'all like the bang? I had this wig for a minute. I had it as a bang for like 6 months, I think. But before I did the bangs, it was a middle part. It was a bone straight. It's really body wave though. But it's been like this, yeah, for like 6 months. But yeah. Anyways, y'all, what I was saying is this. You can't just go to God when you need him. You know, praying for a week up until you get what you need. Going to the gym for 2, 3 weeks. That's why for me, I had to make my goal for my back. I had to be more realistic because I understand how stubborn my back fat is, y'all. I've had it my whole life. And I've gotten slim, slim. Okay? I've gotten slim, slim. And I still was struggling with it because I wasn't targeting it. Okay? So for me, I had to set my goal for my back, my birthday, which is September. So I understand, no, you got to stay consistent. Because if I would have said June and then I didn't reach it, I would have just gave up. And this is why I'm big on this, because a lot of us, we set unrealistic goals. It's like trying to run and you ain't never walked. It's not logical. I don't know why I'm going here, but this is where God taking me, so this is where we gonna go. You have to set realistic goals. You can't just say, oh, I feel like I can do this, but you've never even done half of that. That's where a lot of us are making a mistake. You have to go after things, and you have to set a plan, and then you have to follow through with it. You can't get discouraged just because you didn't reach it, because the thing is this. I was watching this show where this guy was like, you know, I tried dating for 12 months, and he said he was using a dating app website, and he told himself that he would, if he didn't get it in 12 months, then he's just going to cancel the subscription. And his mom was like, well, what if it would have been the 13th month? And he was like, what? It's an autistic show. So he was like, there's no 13th month. Like, you know, they're real specific. It was so cute. But I was just watching it, and it took me here. Like, this is how people be with life. You give up. You give up. Yeah, love on the spectrum. So you give up, right? Right before you get it. You're not on your time. No, you're not on your timing. I always say God showed me this plain and clear in 2020 when I set a goal to make 100,000. My whole thing was I'm gonna make 100,000 by the end of 2020. I hit my 1,000 mark on like January 9th, like between January 7th and the 9th. And now that I think deeper on it, I understand that God was showing me that I wasn't on my time. Yeah, you still gonna reach your goal. And the thing that I hate that I did, though, I ain't gonna lie, was I was like, actually, like, I didn't even care. I was just like, if anybody care, I hit 100,000 a day. Because it was like I was still kind of upset with myself because I didn't hit it. And that was a prime example of pride. Because, what? You're mad because you made the 100,000 9 days after you planned? Like, what does that even, like, what? But that's how your pride to have you. Literally stuck on your own beliefs, on your own terms, on your own time zone. Exactly. Jamila said, I'm in love with that show. If you want to fall back in love with the purest form of love, Like when I watch it, I think about God's love, plain and simple. Everybody needs to watch Love on the Spectrum. It's on Netflix. It's a show about autistic autistic adults that are actually looking for love, and it is so cute. Oh, it is so beautiful because they are the most pure, like they're the most honest, if you ask me, human beings. Like they are not, because of their lack in like emotion, like expressing emotion, excuse me, they're able to just be straightforward. Like one girl basically told one dude, like, well, I'm kind of just dating you because you can't judge a book by its cover. Like basically just saying I'm date, even though you're ugly, I'm still on the date with you. Like they don't care. And he was like, yeah, like Beauty and the Beast. Like it's just like they just so honest and straightforward. It's very, very, like she said, if you want to see a form of pure love, look on Love on the Spectrum. There's like an English version, an England version, I believe. Something like that. I don't know where they at. Where they at in England? And then there's a US version. I love it. She said, I'm learning not to thirst for money in comparisons, but thank God for growth. I'm now thirsty to be consistent, have obedience, and allow God to use me. Yes. The worst thing that you could be thirsty for is money. Some people really hate when I say that, and I just be like, I don't care. You got to work on yourself. Yeah, and the episodes, the England series has 2 seasons. So y'all, I was up watching that. It is so good because especially having an autistic son, it makes you be like, I wonder how he's going to be as an adult. So that gave you a glimpse of just different types. So it's really nice to see. But anyways, y'all, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, money. Some people really don't like to hear that you shouldn't be thirsty for money because people be like money over everything, money over this, money, money, money. But the reality of it is like the greed for money and the hunger for money literally can take you down a really dark place. You know what I'm saying? Like because you'll overlook all of the blessings because if it doesn't end in money, you feel like you weren't successful. She said, I almost lost my marriage due to money. Yeah, see? I had somebody tell me, like, she left her dude because she felt like social media basically was impacting her mindset. She said, basically, like, she would watch social media and she would feel like her man should be doing that. Like, why is my man not doing this? I've been here for this long. And I'm just like, dang. We can't be like that because God show up at different times. Like, I think that's where people like go wrong, and that's why it'd be crazy to me when people base their relationships off money. Like to say, no, I don't want to date you because you don't make this much money. Like, what if in 3 months he was gonna be a millionaire because of something you brought to the table? It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with you being able to come with something that he needed. You could be that missing piece that pushed him to be a millionaire. Why wouldn't you want to be that instead of just, especially if I'm not saying date a broke. Now, y'all know I'm a Libra, and if you know how Libras rock, we ain't doing that with no bums. But I'm just saying you can't base everything off of money. You can't just be like, nah, that right there ain't gonna cut it. I mean, to each his own, but for me, that'll take you down a dark place. Even people be like, well, my dad did this, my dad paid this, but was your mom happy? Sometimes we just want stuff just because that's what we saw. Like, but was they happy? Did it work for real? What kind of relationship they really got? Because a lot of times, what I notice, like, if you don't see your parents argue at all, you don't ever see any kind of conflict. The older you get, you're gonna realize something went right about that. That's all I'm gonna say. You gonna realize that something went right about that. I ain't gonna say what. But the older you get, you're gonna start paying attention. Like, you're gonna realize that, yeah, someone write about it. That's all I can say because I don't want to speak. And somebody be like, well, what you trying to say about my mama? But from my experience, my friends who parents never argued and then they wanted a man like their father, it didn't really work out. Or it did, and it wasn't what it looked like. Because sometimes we have to realize we're not our parents and we live in a different world. I don't know who I'm talking to. Who on here? Jamila, Jessica, Shantae. I'm all feeling some heavy energy. Shantae, Sarah, Stephanie, Kiki. Okay, Stony, Jada, my girl Nye, Coat, oh Diamond. But yeah, we will think that we want something, and it's not even always our parents. Let me say this, because sometimes y'all think it's your parents. It's not just your parents. It can be social media relationships. It can be your best friend relationship. It can be anything. And this is why we have to lean on God, because what happens is you'll end up in these relationships that wasn't fit for you. It's kind of like what I be talking about when you're doing somebody else's homework. Like, just because, and they could genuinely be happy, but just because what he's doing is making her happy, don't mean that if you get that same kind of partner, you're going to be happy, because you're not her. She might like a nigga to control her, then you get a nigga just like him, and you like, yeah, right. That ain't happening over here. Like me, I don't like nobody thinking they gonna control me. I'm just a balanced type. I don't want you to. If I feel like I can control you, I don't like that. I don't want to control my man. I just feel like it's just balance. Both of our opinions matter. And a lot of times, what I realize is the households who don't argue is because that means somebody, whatever somebody say goes. That's what that means. If nobody is arguing, whatever one person, I don't know which side, say, it is what it is. You know. But I mean, not always, but most of the time, you know. So for me, I needed a companion that can, we help each other grow. It's no, you can't just think that what you say is right. That's the craziest thing to me, y'all. Like when somebody think that everything they say is right, that, I don't know how people deal with that. I have family members that's like that. I would just be like, you think that that's right? Like, or like a woman would just let somebody say something and it's like, you know that don't make sense. Why are you just agreeing with him? I can't agree with that kind of stuff. Like, even like, look, Charles, I helped him find his dad. He met his dad for the first time when he was 26. They hung out a few times, then they didn't see, but they just linked back. They just linked back up recently. And I'm sitting there listening to his dad talk. And I'm just like, no. Because this is just me. I can't help it. I don't care if it's my dad, my grandpa. If you say something that I just know don't make sense, bro, I'm not about to just let you think you just making sense. Especially if you're trying to tell me that what I'm saying don't make sense. I'm absolutely going to tell you no. And what I realize is a lot of women, we think we don't have a voice. I'm here to tell you, you have a voice. I don't know who need to hear this, but I'm going to just go here. You have a voice. And I spoke about this in 360 training. A lot of us, we feel like we don't have a voice, so you dim it. But like for me, anybody that's around me, you're going to know I have a voice because I'm not just being quiet about something that I don't agree with. And it's cool. Some people will be like, I can't stand her. And some people are going to be like, I love that about you. But regardless of what they think, they got the real version of me. I'm not going to sit there and be quiet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to sit there and be quiet. And I know I got something to say. Now they think that I'm just some poop. Yeah, no. You're not about to, no. So I feel like as women, we have to understand we really have a voice. It's not about being cocky. It's not about being aggressive. It's none of that. It's just being assertive and understanding that your voice truly has power. It don't matter how old you are. It don't matter what you look like. You know, none of that matter. It don't matter your race. Our voice matter. Like, me, I'm like, His dad got to talking. I said, look, I said, I get what you're saying, but the phone worked both ways. Because I had to tell him that. Like, older people had this thing where it's like, you my child, you're supposed to call me. Man, the phone worked both ways. I said, me and my dad had the same conversation. I had to tell him straight, look, you just have to be straightforward with people. And this is exactly how said it. I said, I respect what you're saying, but me and my dad had this same conversation. And I had to explain to him, it ain't about you being thirsty. It ain't about none of that. I'm your child. You should want to know what I'm doing. Yeah, if I don't answer, call again. I'm your child. Like, you want me to blow down on you? Blow down on me. You're my dad. Like, what? Then I had to say, like, I'm going to call my kids. That ain't being thirsty. I'm their parent. And he just was like, oh, you defending your man. I said, no, this is exactly what I told my dad. I said, you can take what you want with it. I'm just telling you. And his mom was standing right there. Charles' grandma was standing there. And she was like, yeah, you got to speak up. We get quiet. Like, it don't matter how old people is and stuff. Listen to me. I'm being honest with y'all. That don't matter. If you make sense and you know what you're talking about, speak up. Speak up. Start today. See, I think that's how it was with my son's father. He was so in control. I didn't even know until once he left. I didn't remember who I was before him. See? I've never felt like I lost myself to nobody. Like, I don't think I ever did that. I grew from relationships, but as far as like, that's why it'd be kind of hard it don't be hard for me to understand it because I've heard it so many times, but it's certain things I never felt. Like, I never felt a guy being in control of me. I never felt that before. Like, I never just felt like I couldn't speak up. I've always spoke up. I always spoke up. That's something I can honestly say because no. I think it was because my dad, though. That's why I be like, it was a blessing he wasn't there because I always had that mindset like, nigga, I don't even listen to my own daddy. Like, I don't got my daddy in control. What make you think you about to come in and control me? So I always had that demeanor. So that's the blessing of my dad not being there. Because my mom wasn't going for it. My mom wasn't going for it. So that's why sometimes a single mom can be a blessing. Life happened how it's supposed to. She said, I have 2 times. That's why I'm glad I'm here. You said it on my award, Lost and Found. Yes, sister. She said, man, that's crazy. That crazy relationship I was in. Do you know how many people was jealous of it and wanted him or me and the toxic stuff I used to be? See, she said she used to be like, these people crazy. That's the thing. People will want things and they don't know what come with it. This is why you can't want other people's blessings. You can't look at people. Comparison will tear you up. You can't want other people's blessings. You have to ask God for what's best for you. Okay? You have to ask God for what he has for you. Every time I make requests to God, I say, but I am okay with whatever you have for me. I tell him my heart desires right now, how I'm feeling. But I say, but I am okay with whatever you have in store for me. Because I don't never want him to think that I just want what I want. Like, no. I'm just telling you what I'm feeling right now. That's how I be talking to God. And I'm just like, what's on my mind? You can do what you want to, but I'm just trying to let me give you a little note. Okay? And you do what you want with it. You can cut it up or you can follow it, whatever. Just in case you need a little hint. Okay? She said, if that ain't the truth, read that one more time. What'd she say? Oh, this one. Nah. We ain't doing that, y'all. Because that's how people be. They be wanting it. They want your toxic. They want it. They like, ooh, that look good. Ooh, he got money. That nigga ain't never at home. That nigga beating her up. That nigga ain't helping with the kids. None of that. I'm cool. And you just wanting a purse. That's how people be wanting a purse. When it comes to my family, I feel like I don't have a voice. And when I do speak how I feel, they think I'm being disrespectful. It's okay for them to think that. At some point, they have to accept that they're going to respect, not accept, respect that that's how you feel. And the thing is this, what we have to do is, like, sometimes we got to put our big girl panties on and be like, okay, I have to figure out what I can do to where I don't have to. See, we get family tied up. You don't have to be around anybody that don't respect you. Even if it requires you to temporarily remove yourself to teach them that they have to respect you. That's what I be saying. Like, we be saying we chasing peace, we chasing peace. If you know that your environment right now is not peaceful, you will do whatever it takes to get out of there. I mean, whatever it takes. We let fear creep in and all this other stuff. Bro, if you really, really, right, is thirsty for peace and thirsty for confidence, thirsty for happiness, whatever that is, right? You will do whatever it takes to remove yourself. Like family, you don't gotta be around family. I told you I quit answering my sister phone calls for some months. I was like, oh, I'm working on me. It wasn't that personal. I'll send her a text or something. I don't want to FaceTime. I don't want you to come around me right now because I got some stuff I got to work on for me. And I know having you around is not really going to help it. And that's okay. Now we back like this. Like nothing ever happened. It's okay to take time for you. And I didn't have to say that to her. Sometimes you think about all these rough conversations and stuff. It's none of that. It's your phone. It's your money. Figure it out. If you live in a house with somebody, figure out how you can get out of that house. We make excuses. Get out of that house. It may not be easy, but it'll be worth it. She said, you don't even know what I'm going through, what I'm going through to keep that man. Child, after 9 years, y'all can have him. And what you see on social media. Exactly. You can have him. The fact that you can say that, who used you to be speaks for itself. Nobody's fair. I was embarrassed when you guys were talking about abusive relationships. I hate arguing, especially after I've already made some stuff clear. So I began putting my hands on them. Putting your hands on them, don't put your hands on them. Just start going to God. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, the way that God can work, the way that he can work, you can literally say, God, please remove me. See, we'd be scared to take the stuff to God that we really got to take to him. That's what I realized. Like, we'd be nervous to go to the thing. Like, when I wanted to really stop smoking, I was like, dang. Because I woke up with my voice gone. Remember? I wasn't sick. He didn't make me sick. My voice was gone for a whole week. I didn't smoke that whole week. Because I don't like smoking when my throat feels like scratchy. He didn't make, my body wasn't sick at all. I prayed on that Saturday. I woke up Monday, my voice was gone. I woke up like, I'm like, but I ain't sick though. Like I was not sick. I didn't have mucus. It was crazy. But when you take that stuff to God, Oh, okay, you already out of the relationship. I thought you were saying it's your current relationship. But yeah, we got to take it to God, y'all, because what he'll do is he'll make it to where you comfortable. Like, once you come to him, now he know you ready for it. You would think it's about to be something crazy. Next thing you know, that nigga come to you like, I don't think this gonna work. You like, what? You thinking you about to go to him after break up and God make that nigga come to you like, this ain't gonna work. You like, oh yeah. Okay, babe. I get it. Okay. She said, when I get mad, I go to him real quick. He said, quick to anger is quick to wrath, if I'm correct. And I don't want no parts of that. Say that. All right, let's get in this Bible, y'all. Where y'all think we gonna land today? I'm only gonna do my fingers. Because y'all know my cord messed up. Jada didn't give me my book cover yet. Miss Lost and Found. Miss Lost and Found. Sarah. Is Sarah still on here? Look, Sarah. Yes, you got a certificate. I can't believe you wasn't in training. Jada. My girls got awards last night. It was so beautiful. If you're not in 360, you're asleep. Okay, y'all coaches is not like me. I love my girls so much. Okay, I'm joking. Let me not say all that. Okay, where I think we go. Okay, let's see. Good morning, Cam. Killer Cam. I know, sis. I'm gonna order me one for real. You need to send me the link. Okay, where y'all think we gonna land today? Jada said we in Ezekiel today. Zacchaeus say we in John today. But Costa say we in Mark today. Mila say we in James today. But where y'all think we gonna land today? We're Jessica. Always trying to copy me. Let me pick a different one this time that I know you ain't gonna pick. Where do I think? Okay, I got mine. We will rock you. Remember I told y'all when y'all going through something, y'all gotta hear that beat. And y'all gotta picture you with God behind you. Like, we will rock you. Just picture you with God behind you. Like, yeah. We will rock you. Okay, y'all know I'm cheesy. But yeah, when y'all going through something and like y'all feel yourself like feeling like y'all like competing with yourself, y'all battling with yourself, or you know, you're not feeling confident, or you know, you just need like a hype up. If you in your car or something, just start hitting your steering wheel like and picture God beside you like, yeah, yeah, yeah. God like, okay? Y'all got me? Alright. Y'all got it? Alright. Little Ghost say we in John today, but I say we landing in. Where's Jessica? She trying to steal my. Jessica is trying to steal mine again. She thinks she's slick. I told y'all this. That's what she be doing. I got mine in my head this time for real. Okay. Riri say we getting looped today. Let me make sure it ain't two of the ones that I'm trying to pick. What is Sarah? Did you guess? Where do you think we gonna land today, sis? I knew it was two of these, so I'm gonna go with the second one since I'm right 2 times. I think we're gonna land in the second book of Samuel. Let's see. I was close, but not quite. We landed in the second book. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I didn't notice y'all was commenting. Okay, Stony said John. 360 is my sisterhood, my community, my girls, my mentees. I mentor them. I coach every Sunday. You get a 360 Well t-shirt. You get Bible study, Bible book club. And now we're added in meditation on Mondays as a group. So dope. Sarah said Daniel. Jessica talking about she ain't guessing yet. Okay, Stephanie said collisions. Jessica said Isaiah. I said second book of Samuel. And nobody got it right this time, y'all. Nobody got it right today. We landed in the second book of Chronicles. Yeah, Chimp just fell really hard. I don't like the sound of that. He stopped crying quick, though. All right, second book of Chronicles. All right. Took me to chapter 25. Dang, I done broke my press on. Where'd it go? I just broke it. Dang, I'm too rough for press on. Chapter 25, verse 4. Chapter 25, verse 4. But he slew not their children, but did as it is written in the law of the book of Moses. Right? Written in the law of the book of Moses. Where the Lord commanded, saying, the fathers shall not die for the children, neither shall the children die for the fathers, but every man shall die for his own sins. Bro, where did that nail just go? How did it just come off but disappear? Maybe I'll see it when I stand up. All right, y'all hear that? Let's read it again. But he slew not their children, but did as it is written in the law in the book of Moses, where the Lord commanded, saying, the father shall not die for the children, neither shall the children die for the fathers, but every man shall die for his own sins. So I need at least 2 people to tell me what they got out of that. That's good. That's good. She talking about no, he did. She said, sweep around your own front door. Jada talk like an old soul. Okay, before you sweep around mine. Okay. They say clean your eyes before you come telling me what's in my eyes. You're accountable for your own sins. Yes. 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 So I feel like this is pretty much saying, like I was saying, mind your own business. You need to mind your own business. We be worried about what other people doing. That's why I be saying, if you walking with Christ, like on your walk with Christ, it should not be about just identifying what everybody is doing wrong. God is supposed to be working on you. It should be doing a work in you and on you. You should be noticing what you're doing wrong. If your walk on Christ is literally just like everything is about everybody else, this person is doing this wrong, this person is doing this wrong, you're doing it wrong. Straight up, you're doing it wrong. So that's what I feel like this is pretty much saying. Like, all you need to worry about is what you're doing. Because what they doing ain't gonna determine whether or not you get into the kingdom. Straight up. You can't come to the gates and be like, hey, I know that I messed up, but let me tell you, like, this ain't like the police. You can't try to snitch and get less time. Try to come be an informant. No. God, like, no, we talking about what you did. So, what's up with that? That's what he's saying. Why the first thing that came to mind was generational curse. I feel like this is saying we are all accountable despite whatever anybody else did. Be your own person and have your own walk with God. And that's true. A lot of us just take on things as generational curses. Like, why are you just saying, like, it's your choice if you continue to do it? Like, we be talking about, like, whoopings and, like, the weirdest stuff. Talking about it's just generational. It's just tradition. Says who? Because if it ain't in this book, it ain't no tradition that I'm following. I don't believe in that. If it don't make sense. You know, if it's something your family do, they take a family trip, something like that. But I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about, curses. Like she said, a generational curse. The things your family's been doing for years. The way that your family joke. My thing was the way people joke. I didn't realize the negativity connected to the way that my family joke. So I used to joke like that. And I didn't realize it was making people feel a certain way until I started paying attention. And I just was more intentional, Once you get intentional with the things that you say, you notice the things you once said, because then you realize when other people do it. So, yeah, you have to really pay attention to that. And you don't have to carry it forward. That's what that's saying. Because what they doing is going to be their problems. You don't have to worry about. And like how people be saying, I'm wondering if I'm going through this because of what my daddy did. No. God telling you right there, no. Only tradition, because you trying to make an excuse. No, it's because something you did. I had all this happening to me because my dad did it. No. Remember when you tripped that little girl when y'all got on the bus when you was 6 years old? Yeah, that's why this nigga broke your heart. The sin ain't got no weight on it. Okay? Quit trying to blame it on other people. God just said it right there. He don't do nothing to you based on other people. Only tradition over here are the wings. I want my own path. Okay? Good traditional wings. Abuse people be like, it's okay, just fight back. No, we walking away. Okay? Sexual assault, just bruise it. Exactly. Mm-mm. Brushing it under the rug. No. That does nothing. Sweeping stuff under the rug. Nothing. Worse. Just worse. Just making it worse. Just making it worse. Okay. I'm about to get off of here, y'all. We about to pray up out of this thing. I'm about to go cook us some breakfast sandwiches. They about to be good. If y'all know me, I love bagels. I need to stop eating bagels, though. See? This is what I mean. I'm not thirsty enough for it. Because I'm definitely about to make a bagel. But I'm going to get thirsty. I'm going to get back real thirsty. Right now, I'm just like, I just need a little bit. I'm going to get thirsty again when I get on all my products. Because that's when I go full out. But anyway, I'm out of here. Father God, I come to you today with an open heart and an open mind. I thank you for everyone that you allowed to be under my voice today. I pray that the message resonated with them in the way that you needed it to. I pray that today we just understand that we need to be thirsty for you. And when I say thirsty, that means talking about you all the time, thinking about you all the time, going to you before we go to ourselves, God. We understand that to be thirsty, that means that you first. No matter what it looks like to anybody else, no matter what it feels like to anybody else, we are going to be eager for you. When we are dry, when we are tired, when we are exhausted, God, we understand coming to you is the best place to go. So I ask you for the courage, the strength, the wisdom, and the obedience to consistently be thirsty for you. I ask this for anyone that's under my voice, whether they're listening live or they're listening later. I'm asking for you to provide them with the obedience and the discernment to be thirsty for you in all seasons and all times, God. I ask that we lean on your understanding and not our own, because we understand that sometimes we may not even understand what you're doing, but we know that it's right, God. I ask all of this today in your name. I thank you in advance for all of the things that you're going to do. I ask you for forgiveness for all of the known and unknown things that anyone under my voice have done or said. And we pray this in your name today. Amen. Ooh, I like when I open my eyes to that. I open my eyes to how do I join 360? 360 is on my personal page, Rory 2 times. If you follow my personal page, Rory _ 2 times. And it just says, if you click the link in my bio, it'll say join 360. I'm going to add it to the Bible and Blunts link, because most of the people, this is why, y'all, it's making sense. Y'all know how I be like, God is just sending so many, like, godly women to 360. It's because basically all of the girls that's, like, coming in is coming through Bible and Blunts. I just connected the dots. I see how God working. Because, like, for real, the past, like, 10, 15 people came in through Bible and Blunts. And it's been just godly up in this thing. And we loving it. We got Bible study. We got Bible book club. Like, it is just so lit. We praying before we end anything. Thursday Thoughts has been about God. Like, we just going crazy. Our life is just dependent on God. But we all so cool and so raw. And, like, that's the beauty of it. People don't understand God is literally dope. God is raw. And you think you got to be a whole nother person the whole time. He wants you to be you. So I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow at 9 o'clock.